But BLM believes that it can subvert our justice system all around the country, notably in the case of the George Floyd trial, the Derek Chauvin trial into the death of George Floyd. There was a juror. We were told the jurors are not being influenced at all by, the most important news story in the country that led to the burning of multiple cities. No, they weren't influenced at all. They don't have any opinions on this very contentious topic. They're totally objective and disinterested, right? Except there's a photo that just came out of one of the jurors wearing a BLM shirt that says, "Get your knee off our necks." So it's referring directly to the Derek Chauvin incident with George Floyd. The photo was posted in August by this juror's uncle. It was taken in Washington, D.C. at an event commemorating Martin Luther King. In many ways, quite ironic. You got to throw this trial out. It's ridiculous. Derek Chauvin should not spend one more second in prison. At so many stages of this process, there has been a lot of evidence to say this is not fair, this is not going to be justice. Maxine Waters threatening to start riots if they don't get the ridiculous charges that they wanted. The President of the United States putting his thumb on the scales. And now we find out that the jury was rigged. That the juror who went in and said, "I have no dog in this fight, I don't have any opinions, I'm totally impartial," turns out he's a member of BLM. Throw it out. Throw out the trial. But Michael, what if Derek Chauvin did something wrong? What if he did? Isn't the whole argument among the criminal justice reformers that it would be better to let 10 guilty men go free than to have one innocent man in prison? That we need to err on the side of leniency. Well, I'm not even saying err on the side of leniency. I'm just saying that people are entitled to due process. And if the due process is not being recognized, then you cannot keep the guy in prison. You're probably not going to hear about that juror, unless you're listening to this show. Maybe if you're reading a handful of conservative outlets, maybe you'll hear about it, but maybe you won't. Why not? Because the systems of justice and communication in this country, more importantly, communication probably, are rigged for the libs. Did you see there was a story yesterday out that a girl who cheated at a homecoming queen election is going to face jail time? But those two girls who carjacked that poor Pakistani guy and killed him the other day, they're never going to see the inside of a jail cell. You remember that story? We covered it on this show too. Why? Because the systems of justice and the dominant narrative in this country are rigged in the liberal direction. And I'm not just talking about CNN. We'll get to CNN later. I'm not just talking about the mainstream media. I'm talking about the new media too. I'm talking about the internet. I'm talking about the whole thing. Hey, hold on a second. First, I've just got to celebrate that we haven't been taken off YouTube. I was sure that show was I didn't think they were gonna like that one. But if you're hearing this and seeing this, then the show is not off YouTube yet. Ring the bell. Like, subscribe. That is how you will at least have a better chance of getting notifications when we get more videos out. I'll see you next time.